Nicollet New Ulm was supposed to open to traffic mid-October.
Instead, MnDOT says construction on that stretch will continue for one more month. Sophie Martinez reports on why MnDOT says drivers will have to wait.
MnDOT announced Friday afternoon that the reopening of Highway 14 has been pushed back to mid-November due to concrete paving delays. In a statement, Victoria Neal, the assistant district engineer for construction on the project, said, "We understand the public is eager for the completion of this long-awaited expansion project and appreciate the patience and understanding as crews work to complete this project." MnDOT says despite the delay, the cost of the project remains $83 million.
From a cost perspective, there's no change in that, no.
The delay will give crews more time to pave shoulders, install guardrails and signage, stripping, and adding rumble strips. For drivers, MnDOT says when it's all done, it'll be worth the wait.
Not having head-to-head traffic, having the no longer the at-grade crossings at Cassaw 37 and the two bridges north of Cortland, I think people will be pretty happy with the results. So in the long run, we're going to be fine, and we're pretty happy with what we got so far.
MnDOT says crews will be working over the weekend, including Sunday. Sophia Martinez, KEYC News Now.
Officials add that some construction that will not have a significant impact on drivers will continue on that 12.5-mile stretch of Highway 14 even after the road opens in mid-November. Well, now